Welcome friends, it's been a hectic election Sunday with both the ruling BJP and opposition Indy bloc pressing on the paddle on the campaign trail for phase 2 of the polling slated for April 26. That includes Kerala, where Rahul Gandhi is struggling as it comes out. A key member of Wayanad District Congress has quit the party today. We'll get you an exclusive interview with the leader and understand what's really happening on the ground for Rahul Gandhi. Also, Prime Minister in Rajasthan unrelenting in his targeting of the Congress party. All that and more. Let me get you the headlines first.
दुनिया के बड़े बड़े ताकतवर लोग मोदी को हटाने के लिए एकजुट हो गए हैं।
Prime Minister Modi makes a big claim in Chakballapur, says big and powerful people in India and abroad have joined hands to oust him from power.
यानी एक विषय के अनेक पहलुओं को समझना, दूसरों के दृष्टिकोण को भी देखने और स्वीकारने की उदारता वाला आस्था की ऐसी मुक्त व्याख्या, यही तो भारत की विशेषता है।
PM Modi marks Mahavir Jayanti with an address from Bharat Mandapam, says spirituality is Bharat's soul. Upstart against Tihar jail admin, says letter by DG seeks a specialist doctor for Kejriwal is a farce. Massive blow for Rahul days ahead of voting in Wayanad. Congress District Committee General Secretary jumps ship, joins BJP. An uproar at the Indy bloc rally in Ranchi. Workers of two groups come to blows. Welcome friends. As India enters the election cycle, Prime Minister Modi is leading the charge against the Congress party. In his sharpest attack yet against the Grand Old Party, the Prime Minister today said that in this election, even the party's first family is not in a position to vote for the Congress party. Prime Minister's swipe was at the Gandhis. Because remember, in the seat sharing arrangement that the Congress has struck with the Aam Aadmi Party as part of the larger Indy bloc in Delhi, of the 7 seats, the Congress party gets 3, and the 4 that are there with the Aam Aadmi Party includes the New Delhi constituency where the Gandhis vote. So interestingly, for the first time since independence, as the Prime Minister brings out, the Gandhi family is not going to be able to vote for the Congress party. Listen.
स्वार्थ और अवसरवादिता में घिरी कांग्रेस की हालत ऐसी हो गई है कि कांग्रेस का शाही परिवार आजादी के इतिहास में पहली बार होगा। और ये नोट करिए, आजादी के बाद इतने चुनाव हुए, पहली बार दिल्ली में कांग्रेस का जो शाही परिवार रहता है वो कांग्रेस को वोट नहीं देगा। अगर ये शाही परिवार कांग्रेस को वोट नहीं देता है तो आपसे वोट मांगने का उनको क्या हक है भाइयों? जहां इस शाही परिवार के लोग रहते हैं वहां कांग्रेस चुनाव ही नहीं लड़ रही है। पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है। कांग्रेस की दुर्दशा कि उनका शाही परिवार खुद कांग्रेस को वोट नहीं कर पाएगा। इधर राजस्थान में क्या हो रहा है? हमारे यहां कांग्रेस के नेता घर घर जाकर के क्या कह रहे हैं? कांग्रेस को वोट मत दो। यहां पर पूरी कांग्रेस पार्टी घर घर जाके कह रही है कांग्रेस को वोट मत दो। दिल्ली में शाही परिवार कांग्रेस को वोट नहीं देता, यहां कांग्रेस कहती है कांग्रेस को वोट मत दो। ये हाल है इस पार्टी का, इस पर आप भरोसा कर सकते हैं?
All right, Prime Minister taking the battle right into the Gandhi camp this time with that stump speech in Rajasthan, where he has said that this is for the first time since independence that the Gandhis are not going to vote for the Congress party simply because where they live in New Delhi, the seat has been given to the Aam Aadmi Party as part of the larger seat sharing arrangement insofar as 7 seats of Delhi are concerned. An irony there which Prime Minister really underscoring insofar as the Congress's situation is concerned. Moving on, but sticking with the Congress and the struggle that Rahul Gandhi is facing in Wayanad for his re-election. Remember, he is under relentless attack from the Communist Party, particularly Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, who has campaigned for N. Raja in Wayanad. And now, today we had a development which should worry the Congress strategy team. So far as Rahul Gandhi's electoral prospects in Wayanad are concerned, a district Congress committee member, P.M. Sudhakaran, has in fact quit and joined the BJP. We are told that he's joined us over the phone. Mr. Sudhakaran, you have quit the Congress. Please explain to us why, given the fact that an important leader of the Congress party in Rahul Gandhi is contesting. Don't you think the contest was important enough to stay in the Congress? What are the reasons why you have quit?
Yes. I was in Congress for the last 40 years. From my younger stage also, I am working as a student trainer. Then, moreover, I like to conduct some service cooperative and directorship. Then I become vice president also. Then from 1995, I conduct from Marwar to our panchayat. Then last 4 years, I am here as a panchayat member. In 2002, I got the seat of State Committee Chairman of Panamaram Block Panchayat. Moreover, I am elected, or I have to serve as Block Congress Committee President. I was in District Congress Committee General Secretary of Wayanad. That was my career. In this career, I met Rahul Gandhi in 2019 while he was contesting first time from Wayanad. It was a movement. Moreover, all the people will come. Only because of that. Moreover, Gandhi family member, Nehru family member, we all members of Congress are very eager to vote for Rahul Gandhi. That is why he got nearly 430,000 majority from Wayanad constituency. Then the 2024 election, while he came to Wayanad for the nomination, the members, more or less followers of many parties, coalition, UDF coalition, League, Muslim League, Congress, and something like that. Anyhow, it was only 5,000 process. Then
Mr. Sudhakaran.
Yes. Tell me, sir.
Mr. Sudhakaran, what I want to know is, since you are quitting on these grounds that Mr. Rahul Gandhi was not available for the electorate or constituents of over the last 5 years, and you are struggling for the campaign, tell us what are the prospects of Rahul Gandhi? Is he going to win or lose from Wayanad this time?
Yes, sir. As a member of parliament, myself and so many Congress expected he must do so many keynote projects, not to significant projects like medical college and everything. No signature project or no other implemented in Wayanad. Moreover, ordinary people, agricultors, planters, and laborers, like that, nobody can reach him directly. All the panchayat presidents and panchayat members can't meet him directly or discuss the matter with him. It is impossible. That's why all the people they are not satisfied. Moreover, any parliament member can meet ordinary people or the panchayat or representatives or panchayat president. While the argument is here, so many
We are having a lot of difficulty in the audio line. Mr. Sudhakaran, there seems to be some connectivity issue. We wanted you live, but that couldn't happen, I believe, because again, the broadband connectivity is a little weak from where you are connecting with us, and even the audio is having difficulties. We'll try and connect with you again and maybe have a better conversation. But let's look at what has really happened through the day insofar as Wayanad is concerned subsequent to K.M. Sudhakaran quitting. He has, of course, joined the BJP, and with all the charges that he has made against the Congress leadership, specifically Rahul Gandhi, in terms of his absenteeism from the constituency. Let's look at this story and understand what's really happening on the ground.
Wayanad will go to polls in less than a week on April 26th. While Rahul Gandhi eyes a second term from this constituency, which he considers his home seat after Amethi debacle, the Grand Old Party's troubles only seem to worsen. In a major setback, the Grand Old Party saw its Wayanad District Congress Committee Secretary P.M. Sudhakaran jump ships. It was obvious Sudhakaran joined the Saffron Party's fold. Sudhakaran's sudden switch has opened a can of worms in Wayanad, the same constituency Rahul Gandhi is contesting the election from. PM Sudhakaran slammed Rahul Gandhi and called him inaccessible to people, a charge that has been made several times in the past.
I take this stand only because of in the politics, Rahul Gandhi is our MP for the last 5 years. Within 5 years, all the common people or common legislatives from Panchayat or municipality, they can't reach him, up to him, or they can't talk with him, they can't touch with him, they can't sit with him, they can't even take a photograph with him. That distance was here. That's the main reason.
Just a few days back, BJP's K. Surendran, the Kerala State Unit Chief, also took a dig at Rahul Gandhi.
I would like to ask Rahul Gandhi ji, where are you now? See, the wild elephants came to town more often than Rahul Gandhi ji visited in Wayanad. This is the tragic, pathetic situation of Wayanad voters now.
Close on the heels, Prime Minister Narendra Modi took a jibe at the Gandhi Sion in Nanded, saying that the Congress had fled from Wayanad.
जैसे ही 26 को वायनाड में वोटिंग पूरा हो जाएगा, ये शाहजादे के लिए एक और सुरक्षित सीट घोषित कर देंगे और कहीं और से फिर से लड़ाना पड़ेगा उनको. अब जैसे इन्होंने अमेठी से भागना पड़ा, अमेठी छोड़ा, अब मान के चलिए वो वायनाड भी छोड़ेंगे.
The Congress, however, remains unfazed.
That the people of Wayanad will re-elect Mr. Rahul Gandhi by a resounding majority. On the day the results come, the people of Wayanad will send a message of sympathy to Mr. Narendra Modi.
While Congress leaders continue to jump ships, Rahul Gandhi is confident that his party will win the polls.
देखिए, ये जो बीजेपी के लोग बोल रहे हैं कितनी सीटें आएंगी उतनी सीटें आएंगी, मैं सीधा बता देता हूं आपको, इनको 150 से ज्यादा नहीं मिलने वाली है. ये जो भी कहना चाहे कह लो, 150 से एक ज्यादा नहीं आने वाली.
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, we slip into a short break. On the other side, uproar at the Indie Bloc rally in Ranchi as two sets of workers come to blows. Welcome back, friends. In Kota, the electoral battle will see Om Birla, the Speaker of the outgoing Lok Sabha and, of course, BJP leader, running to retain his seat against Prahalad Gunjal from the Congress party. Two-time MP Birla faces formidable challenge, perhaps, from Gunjal, who jumped ship from the BJP to contest as a Congress candidate. Gunjal's previous affiliations with the BJP and his close association, most crucially, with Vasundhara Raje, adds to the political dynamics in the constituency. Take a look at this constituency profile, a report on Kota.
The Lok Sabha constituency goes of Kota to the polls in the second phase on April 26. The battle for educational hub is going to see a contest between BJP's Om Birla and Congress's Prahalad Gunjal. Kota has been seen as a BJP stronghold, with Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, the sitting MP in 2019. Om Birla won 58.49 votes for the BJP, defeating Congress candidate Ram Narayan Meena, securing 38.07% votes.
सदन चलाने की जिम्मेदारी भी यहाँ की जनता के आशीर्वाद से दी और मैंने कोशिश की कि जनता के आशीर्वाद से जो मुझे जिम्मेदारी मिली है और संसदीय कार्य के लिए संसद सदस्यों ने मुझे जिम्मेदारी, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मुझे आशीर्वाद दिया। मैंने संसद के कामकाज में लोकतंत्र की मर्यादा प्रतिष्ठा को कायम की। देश की जनता जानती है कि मोदी जी के हाथ में देश सुरक्षित है, इसलिए जन जन देश में मोदी जी को मतदान करना चाहता है।
Meanwhile, facing the sitting Lok Sabha Speaker is BJP rebel and former North Kota MLA Prahalad Gunjal, hailing from the Gujjar community. Interestingly, Rahul Gandhi's yatra passed through Kota about 6 months ago, and it was alleged that there were more outsiders in the rally and villagers didn't get a chance to speak to the leaders.
आपको एक खास चीज बता देता हूं कि राहुल गांधी ने यहां से भारत जोड़ो यात्रा भी जो है वो शुरू की थी, लेकिन उसका इम्पैक्ट कितना हुआ, उसका असर कितना हुआ, वो जानने की कोशिश करेंगे। शायद आसपास के इलाके से गुजरी थी, इसी गांव के आसपास से जी मंडना, मतलब इसी गांव से होकर के गुजरी थी राहुल गांधी की यात्रा। उसका असर कितना है इस किसान परिवारों पे? असर है?
नहीं, कोई असर नहीं किसान परिवारों पे, क्योंकि वो तो एक तरह से हुजूम को देखने के लिए पब्लिक गई थी, बाकी कोई इंटरेस्टिंग चीज तो उसमें थी नहीं।
तो आप वहाँ मिले, मुलाकात हुई राहुल गांधी से?
गए थे, लेकिन मुलाकात तो सुरक्षा घेरा इतना तगड़ा था जो वहां तक पहुंचने की तो कोई पॉसिबिलिटी थी नहीं।
अच्छा, तो जो लोग चल रहे थे वो कौन थे?
वो सब बाहर गए थे।
राहुल गांधी की यात्रा में बाहर के लोग चल रहे थे?
हाँ, बाहर गई थी। वो स्थानीय नेता तो कोई इक्के दुक्के थे, तो वो भी नहीं पहुंच पाए लगभग।
अच्छा, माहौल बताइए क्या चल रहा है? अम्मा, क्या नाम है आपका?
देवबाई।
तो ये बताओ कि 24 का चुनाव चल रहा है, अभी आम चुनाव चलेगा लोकसभा का। मोदी, एक तरफ मोदी है, एक तरफ राहुल गांधी है, किसका ज्यादा माहौल लग रहा है आपको?
माहौल तो इसका लग रहा।
किसका?
मुंह का, मोदी का का।
मोदी जी का। राहुल गांधी ने कौन पसंद करोगे?
राहुल गांधी को माहौल ही कोई ना,
माहौल ही नहीं है।
कमरा ये दे रहा मोदी जी,
कमरा मकान
ये दे रहा, सिलेंडर ये दे रहा, बाथरूम इसने बनाई, तो सोचना तो इसकी।
Will Om Birla be able to secure a third win for the BJP, or will the Congress see a resurgence? Watch Republic with Arnab on 4th June.
सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये है कि हाड़ौती में जो बीजेपी के बागी हैं प्रहलाद सिंह गुंजल, वो कितना नुकसान पहुंचा पाएंगे और कितना फायदा ओम बिरला अपने आप पर मोदी के जरिए ले पाएंगे, ये देखना दिलचस्प होगा। वीडियो जर्नलिस्ट महेश के साथ अमरदीप शर्मा, रिपब्लिक टीवी, कोटा।
Right, riding on the Ram Temple wave, the BJP has fielded Arun Govil, the Ram of Ramayan of Ramanand Sagar of the 1980s from the Meerut constituency in Uttar Pradesh. Let's have a look at how Arun Govil is faring or campaigning in Meerut.
I'm sitting here with Shri Arun Govil ji, who is BJP's candidate from Meerut. Meerut is all set to go in for elections in the second phase of Lok Sabha elections 2024 on the 26th of April. Arun Govil ji is a very known person, even if it's his first time when he's facing the Indian politics in its face. We know him as the iconic Sri Ram from Ramayan series, which came out in 1987, and how he lived up to the role is history. We all know that thing. Sir, a very good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning.
The whole country has seen you as Maryada Purushottam Ram. You played the role of Lord Ram in Ramayan, Ramanand Sagar's Ramayana. But sir, when we talk about you as a person, how similar or how different are you to Lord Ram's character?
Well, there's not much a difference. I don't say that somebody can be Lord, like Lord Rama. But the kind of qualities which he had, like he had a lot of peace in himself. He was very reasonable. He was very logical. He had a lot of patience. He had morals, you know. So in that kind of thing, even maybe 1% of that, even I have got, and it's from the very beginning of my life. So I've been like that only, basically.
You mean to say that you have always been very calm, positive, and you've always had this calming, soothing effect on people around you, the way Lord Ram had?
Yeah, very true. And maybe that is why I could understand the character of Lord Rama and do it properly.
Sir, after Pran Pratishtha ceremony happened on the 22nd of January, our country is only saying one thing, that only on 2 occasions the legacy of Ram was brought to our nation, though Ram represents our country. First was when you played the role of Sri Ram in Ramayana, and second was when Prime Minister Narendra Modi made it possible, the consecration ceremony on the 22nd of January. How much do you agree with this?
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, because the Ram Mandir struggle was started 500 years back. And after such a struggle, it came to, and everything has got its own time, you know. So it was made possible at that time only. And when our Ramayana was released, somehow it had picked up so fast that it had covered all the whole country, and rather wherever the Indians were there in the world, they all liked it, and it played a great part in Ram Mandir struggle also. Yeah.
So while India talks about Hinduism, Sri Ram, there are a lot of people who try to label us as andhbhaks, superstitious and whatnot. But अभी राम नवमी पे we witness sir कि जब सूर्य अभिषेक हुआ श्री राम का, राम लला का जब सूर्य अभिषेक हुआ, दुनिया की best science was involved in that. IIT Roorkee was working on it, and the best of the minds made it happen. So what do you have to say to those naysayers who call India superstitious because we believe in Ram and in the legacy of Ram?
These are the people who don't believe in the God, basically, the power of God. You know, they only say this kind of thing. If you don't believe in something, then I mean, you will say against it, as it's simple enough. And we have been believing in Lord Ram since the inception of this country. Yeah. So exactly, I don't understand why they have to say this. First of all, that Lord is Bhagwan Ram is Bhagwan Ram. It's as simple as that. हम उन्हें पूजा करते हैं, हम उनसे we learn from him whatever he did. His life pattern is such. So I mean, it's good enough for us. If they say that, we should not care about it.